Good morning, you feel me? Another update on NEO. Man, NEO continues to be bullish, you feel me? This stock is ramping up a lot faster than what I thought, you feel me? So they just had news come out about NEO, as you can see right here. A giant fund sold Apple and Intel stock. It bought NEO, and Zoom video stock. So Zoom, you feel me? Everybody knows familiar with Zoom. Ever since the pandemic hit, it's like everything is on Zoom. I've even had court dates on Zoom. You feel me? So New Jersey embattled state pension recently made major changes in the U.S. traded stock investments. State of New Jersey Common Pension Fund D, the pension's largest fund by assets, sold Apple and Intel stock in the third quarter and bought NEO and Zoom video communication stock. The pension disclosed the stock trades in a form it filed in the Securities and Exchange Commission. So they just sold Apple, they just sold Intel, and what did they buy? They buy motherfucking NEO, man. That's fucking huge news, man. New Jersey's embattled state pension. I mean, that's a state pension, bro. That's the whole state of fucking New Jersey. Sold off Apple and Intel and bought NEO. Obviously, they see something as for the future. NEO broke $38 today. Remember yesterday's video? I talked about NEO breaking 35. Now we're breaking 38, and as you can see, I mean this stock. I mean, I continue to make maybe for the last 6 days in a row. This is just one account, mind you. Remember, I got this in 3 accounts. So you feel me? P&L on the day. Every day I'm making about 10%, roughly anywhere between 7 to 10% daily. You feel me? For the last 6 days. So we're talking roughly anywhere between $200 to $400 a day. You know what I'm saying? For the last 6 days. I'm still extremely bullish on this thing, man. It's just ramping up a lot faster than I thought. I did think by the end of November we would be in the 40s. And obviously we're already creeping up on that mark. And it just seems that everything about this company seems to just continue to skyrocket, man. I mean, come on, man. Like this shit is crazy. You feel me? I did want to get into some trades that I did, which I actually lost on. So for some reason, I keep mistiming this. So as I said last time in one of my last videos, um, I don't remember what day it was, but I had said that I sold it and then tried to buy back, and it just didn't work out in my favor. So I wound up having to pay an extra 20 cents to get my 37 shares back. Well, this time I lost 2 shares because so in this pop yesterday, closed near ties. I sold it in this area at 35. Where did I sell it? 35, 32. So I sold it for a profit. And then I was literally expecting, as you can see, every time it pops, drops, pops, drops. And so when it popped here, I was expecting a drop, but instead of a drop, what did I get? A bigger pop up to the 37s. And then now today to the 38s. So when it popped up here, I was like, okay, shit, I'll be lucky to even get back my 37 shares at the 35, 32. So if we get into when the market opened, because the gray area is pre-market, so I was waiting for it to get. Let's see. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. Yeah, let's go on the 1 minute chart. So as it's popping and it drops, it has a nice tank. So you got to realize that it's having a trend. So if it breaks any one of the highs, that's not a good sign. So it popped first, pulled back, popped again, pulled back. So right in this area, I was waiting for it to drop. I was trying to be patient. It got back down to 36, 36.21. I was waiting for it to drop at least below 35, 32. So I still needed it to drop at least another dollar. failed to do so. Popped here, pulled back, and then when I started seeing it ramp up in this candle and then this candle, now it's gaining its momentum back. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna have to eat my loss, which that's 3 times that's happened to me. So now I'm realizing that I just completely underestimate the way this thing moves. And that winded up taking away an extra 200 profit on my position, and I lost a couple shares. Overall, in this one, I roughly lost a potential of an extra $70 profit on here. But as you can see, I was back in this candle at an average price of 36.83. And as you see, we're now in the 38s. So still profitable on that position. So sold it for a profit and bought back in, and now it's back to being profitable. Yes, I missed out on an extra, $70 of profit just by doing that. Because if I would have just stayed in originally, I would have never had to buy back in for basically $1.50 more a share. And then I lost 2 shares because in that account I couldn't afford to buy back the 37 because it moved so quickly. Because I have a minimum of what I would like to purchase. But still, again, profitable. And then right now it's obviously up in the 38.20s. And if I buy it at, now it's in the 38.30s and making new highs. Again, 38.35, new high of the day. Boom, still moving, still making highs. I mean, it's extremely bullish, man. This shit is just continuing to even blow out my expectations by trying to capture the intraday movements. And it's so far, if I would have just not tried to capture 3 times the intraday movements and stuck with my original position, I would have an extra $200 of profit, roughly around $150 to $200 of profit. But still, like I said, overall, the last 6 days, I've been up, as you can see in this one account on the day, up about $130 of profit right now on the day for this particular account. And then if you add the other 2 accounts, we're talking roughly around, so far on the day, probably about over $300 profit. And the price continues to make new highs, 38.45. So I'm just watching this thing just make me money, $200 to $400 at a time every fucking day for the last 6 days, man. Again, I still think this thing is undervalued. I was expecting a pullback, but when you have more and more companies, like we spoke on in the last video with Ray Dalio, Bridgewater Associates, in the first video I made, who else got invested into this? Like the China, like, man, there's just so many big players. The Chinese government, Bridgewater Associates. Now we have, New Jersey State Pension. You feel me? Like, there's just so much going on, and I think everybody's starting to see the value. And another analyst came out and now put a price target in the 50s. So you feel me? I think everyone's just starting to realize the value of what NIO can bring for the future and what it's bringing right now. I had watched one analyst, so he was talking about the way these big hedge funds analyze the value of stocks for today. And he was saying that they project a 5 years out, and then they take that projection and add that would be the recent day value. And even on the low end, he had projected, through numbers, basically just calculating numbers, calculating revenue growth, and calculating, sales and all the numbers possible to accumulate what the stock price should be at today. And through his calculations, even on the low end, he had projected it to be $45 today. And on the high end, it was $87.80 today. And in the medium range, about $63 today. So, I mean, that goes to show, man, I think everybody's starting to see the value in this. And I seriously could see this being in the $70 to $80 range at the end of the year. That is not, I mean, it could happen. You feel me? I mean, that's not unreasonable. It could seriously be there. Which at that point, we're talking, 4 times my money, something like that, 4 or 5 times my money. Again, I originally got in at 27.56. So that's my original entry point. My average price has gone up because I try to make those three trades to try to sell it in the pops and buy in the dip, but I completely underestimated it. And every time it fucking popped, it just kept going. I thought I was selling it at the top, and then it would just keep going. And then I was lucky the first two times to get back in with the exact share amount. And then the third time today, when I sold yesterday at the close, I watched in after hours continue to go, and then I woke up this morning. Pre-market starts at 1 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time, so that's 1 a.m. I was up at 1:40, and this thing was already up in the 37s, and it closed at 35.50. So you feel me? It just kept pushing and pushing up, and again, because you have big guys like this, so you got to realize that's a state pension fund. You know how much money that is? I'm gonna have to look into it, but we're talking a serious chunk of change, and they're buying up this stock. So you feel me? They're seeing the value of this in the future. Same thing with the Chinese government. Same thing with the Bridgewater Associates, Ray Dalio, and all the other investors involved. It's just this EV market is the next big thing, just like Apple and Intel and Microsoft were years ago. So again, a leader in this, I believe NIO is going to be one of the big dominant players in this market, man. So, I just wanted to give you an update on that. Obviously, I traded it, lost a little money on it. As you see, it made a new high at 38.54. And this thing's just going to continue to push higher and higher. And I don't see this thing slowing down anytime soon, man. So, just wanted to update on NIO. Very happy with the results. Obviously, if my original entry price was 27.56, we're talking I'm damn near $11 profit right now per share. And as you can see, now I'm closing in on about $150 for the day in this account. I have to look into my other accounts and see, that total as well. But I'm pretty sure for the day, I'm probably going to be pushing another $400 day of profit on the day from NIO. So 6 days in a row of just pure profit from NIO. So again, making new highs now in the 38.60s. So you feel me? NIO is just a great opportunity for anybody for a long-term investment. Obviously I started this journey as a day trader. And I'm still collecting data as a day trader, but I'm finding my comfort zones in the market because this is the first time I've ever had the opportunity to just sit and watch the market every fucking day. I started studying this stuff back in the late 2015, early 2016s. But again, man, single dad. Well, at the time I wasn't. I had a family to take care of. I had to work. I had to work full-time jobs. Man, 38.70. Man, this thing just keeps pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like I just had so much going on. I was working 10-hour days at a job. 12-hour days at a job. Majority of it was manual labor. So that takes a lot of wear and tear on your body. I wasn't waking at market open. Like every aspect, and then coming home, I had to make time to be with my kid. You know what I'm saying? And that was important to me to make sure that she knew that I was taking the time to be with her. So, all these things, and so I just kept learning though. Every opportunity I had, just kept learning. But now this year was my first opportunity to actually just sit in front of the market thanks to this pandemic, because I wound up getting terminated from my job and collecting unemployment because of this pandemic. So this pandemic has actually been a true blessing for me. Things, God works in mysterious ways, man. And it's really coming together in full right now. And it's just, it's because, the pandemic has allowed me to actually sit in front of this screen. Like I said, man, like today, I woke up at 1:40 a.m. The other day, 6 o'clock a.m. I gave myself time to sleep in because I'm back on my workout routine. So I was a little sore. So I said, man, I'm just going to sleep in. 6 o'clock a.m., 6 a.m. is sleeping in for me. You feel me? And then today, or the other day, I was up at 3 a.m. Because I have the time. I have the energy now to just put my full focus into this. And and I'm finding my lane through my data of where's my comfortability mentally and emotionally and what I'm good at as a trader, man. I'm a long trader. And I realized that through my day trading, the people that I learned from day trading, the majority of them were short bias traders. And I'm trying to trade long on these piece of shit junk stocks when there's plenty of value. So when you look at through your own data, you'll see, you know, just like I happen to see that where I was being profitable at was in stocks that actually were good companies, legitimate companies with revenues, with value, and and as you see in Neo, that continues to be working for me beautifully. So you feel me? It's all a mindset, man. It's all a game. You can't stop mafia, man. I'm a you can't stop member. You feel me? It's a mindset for me. You feel me? You can't stop, man. I mean, I just keep going, man. There's nothing that's gonna encourage me from growing. There's nothing that's gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. There's nothing that's gonna discourage me from growing. There's nothing that's gonna ever stop me from learning. There's nothing that's ever gonna stop me from getting what I want and what I want to accomplish and reaching my goals. So you feel me? This is just a testament to myself that I'm finding where my lane is of comfortability. Just made a new high, 38.82 now. You feel me? And it's because I seen the value in this company. I did all my homework. I researched it, and there's I have a bunch of other companies right now too in my portfolio that I'm researching. And once I have all the information, where I'm comfortable relocating my money into those particular stocks, then I'm gonna do so because I'm doing my homework on it and I enjoy researching these things. And it's I could spend hours doing this shit without even realizing it, man. So again, you feel me? Update on Neo, breaking new highs in the 38.80s. Potentially could reach the 39s and break the 39s compared to the 35s yesterday, up 9% on the day. And we continue to have great news and big players like the New Jersey State Pension, you feel me, dumping their money into Neo. So you got to think about it, man, that we're talking, if we're talking the state of New Jersey, I'm going to assume, you feel me, I haven't got the numbers yet, but I'm assuming we're talking, tens to hundreds of millions of dollars, you feel me? But tens of millions of dollars on the low end. I mean, come on, man, that's being dumped in right now because this came out on the 2nd. So you feel me? They're buying it up. It's taking days to buy this shit up. You know what I mean? So again, man, just an update on Neo, making new highs, still continuing to run like a madman. Great news coming out about New Jersey State Pension Fund relocating their money into Neo. And it just continues to move in the right direction. So bullish. And I said it in my last video, man, I'm extremely bullish on this. And we're starting to see it play out tenfold, man. So you feel me? That's just the update for today. Neo continues to move and it is looking beautiful. You feel me? So I'm gonna make sure that I keep my money right here in this lane, and I'm gonna watch it, keep my eyes on it close because again, man, you got to realize that everything is a risk. You never really know what's gonna happen. You could only go by what you see, and obviously, I'm digging through everything I could find on this company. There's nothing really I'm seeing that's discouraging me, to say otherwise or pull my money out. So sticking to that, and then also, you feel me? I actually watch it every day. I'm watching the news every day. What's coming out about this company? I'm going through their reports every day. The other day I said I believe that they had a quarterly report coming out on the 8th or the 9th of November, but it's actually the 18th of November. So you feel me? And then, that's just more news to come that's going to provide a catalyst to catapult this stock to the next level. But I constantly keep my eye on it. So for all you, for anybody who's watching this, you feel me? You put your money in there. If you decide to put your money in Neo based off your own research and based off what you're seeing, because again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who fucking likes to research fucking stocks. You feel me? So if you go ahead and put your money in there, man, you got to realize that, I actually watch this shit every fucking day. I'm on this thing every fucking day. So you feel me? Like, so just be careful because if you don't know what you're doing, it could bite you in the ass. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, Neo, more great news coming out about Neo with the New Jersey Pension Fund relocating their money in there, and again breaking new highs in the 38s. You feel me? And it just got high again, 38.89. So I wouldn't doubt if this breaks the 39s today. It's so bullish, man, and all these analysts are up in their price targets. Like I said, we had one analyst actually break it down and how they come up with the numbers for today. And, on the bullish end, $87.80 for today. You feel me? So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for Neo. And I'm gonna watch this shit grow, man. This shit is beautiful. Alright. So just wanted to give y'all a little quick update on Neo, and how I traded it. And again, I could have potentially been up an extra $150 to $200 profit, but just trying to trade it. I'm obviously underestimating this myself and expecting pullbacks at certain points, and they just keep going. I mean, it's not a bad thing because I obviously just try to trade it in one account, and I still have two accounts still holding. So I mean, it's way up on those two. I mean, regardless, I'm profitable, but just trying to calculate and judge where it's topping, and then trying to sell it there, and then buying it back at a discount. The 3 times I tried, it obviously didn't work, and that potentially lost me about $150 to $200 extra in profit. So I'm just gonna maintain holding for now and just continue to watch it. And if it does wind up having a big drop, I'm going to be sure to have extra cash on hand. If it does drop, I want to be bullish, 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 and fucking buy up some more shares because this stock ain't no joke. You feel me? So again, man, Neo. All right. Yeah, man. So I think that's it for today. You feel me? If you haven't, please subscribe, and please hit a like button. I would very much appreciate that. All right? All right.